A couple announcements. The next board work session is April 22nd at 4:30 here, and the next regular board meeting will be May 13th right here in the boardroom. And at this time, I would like to acknowledge Genio Turkey Store, and Miss Pat Solheid is here to present us with a couple checks, one for $35,147.50, and another check for $65,000 to be used for science materials at the elementary schools, as well as donation to the science classroom upgrades at the middle school, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Maybe you come right over here and present Dr. Kruger those checks, that would be great.
Actually, they're going to
And with us,
Oh, teachers, perfect.
and with me is Richard Carlson from Genio as well. Richard's our Vice President of Quality Management.
Thank you, Richard.
And he is also on our Curriculum Advisory Board. Richard
Wonderful.
is.
I'm a reading buddy, it's second grades.
Fantastic.
So-
We'd love to have you in the district.
We're going to have them try to get a picture, so if you guys could kind of scoot
okay.
together and maybe put a handshake out or something.
I don't want to be in like a random head.
Try to get a couple of them. Oh, come on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're happy to be a partner with the Willmar School District. Your course is very important to us and our employees in the district, and our employees that live in the community, and we value our partnership with you, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have no public comments submitted to me, so moving on. If I could have the motion to approve the agenda with one item or one change. Mr. Paul Schmitz will be presenting a high school plan in regards to the strategic plan at the end of some discussion items. So with that addition, if I could have a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Consent agenda, if I can have a motion to approve the consent agenda. So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on to reports. Ms. Pam Harrington.
Well, I'm very fast tonight, just trying to keep up. Okay, I'm just going to do a brief one because I'm going to talk to you guys a couple more times in the action items, but just want to let you know the education omnibus bills from the House and Senate are expected to be released tomorrow. So we're waiting to see what's going to come of that. The Senate's plan is to move it pretty quickly through and hear everything about it tomorrow, but the House is planning on having meetings about the bills all week. So just want to let you know that that's out there, and I'll report more on what's going on with legislation in May.
Any, other than what Jerry has emailed us, anything that we really need to be on top of or be voicing opinions to the representatives?
I think Jerry's done a really good job of keeping you informed of what's really important.
Okay.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
I think that's it.
That's it for it. You'll hear from me later. You'll hear from me later.
Ms. Fisher, Human Resources.
All right, just a couple of things. First of all, just kind of an update on where the district is at in regards to teacher evaluations, because I know that's definitely a hot topic. We were in Marshall again, last week with a group of people, and we officially start meeting this Wednesday with at least 15 teachers. I think it's like 15 to 17 teachers that the administrators, myself, Dr. Kiergaard, are all going to be meeting with and trying to hammer out what our evaluation process is officially going to look like with the onslaught of the law. So more to come on that, but we start officially on Wednesday. I'm pretty excited about that. Another hot topic in the district is, of course, health insurance with the Affordable Health Care Act. And lots of things still coming down the pipeline with that. At the same time, though, our district is going through kind of a transition. We, as a committee, we have an insurance committee made up of people from all different groups within the district. And we have been actually doing a lot of research and interviewing different agents. Currently, we have Paul Peterson as an agent of record for health insurance, so he helps us choose different options, look at all the factors, and hopefully help us keep in compliance with affordable health care. But we've decided as a committee to really actually go out and kind of RFP that. So we did that. We actually interviewed 5 different candidates for that, and next week, we're going to be making some decisions on that. So more to come on that as well. We are even toying with the option of not having an agent. So I'll be updating you after the committee makes some decisions next week. But we'll also have an update on our insurance rates. We get our bids back from the co-op on Thursday. So we'll know what our insurance rates look like for next year. The district also was a participant in the PEEP program in that bid process, and we did get our rates back for that as well. So I'll update you on all of that at the next meeting versus trying to filter just bits and pieces of it. And last but not least, because I see Mr. Street is signing all of our wonderful hire agreements and contracts, that'll be the last ones that you sign. Is that a good thing? We are a test district for electronic contracts and letters of assignment. So we are live right now. We're just kind of fine-tuning things, but essentially the employee will be able to sign electronically, and everything will be kept a record electronically. They can view it every day of the week through their employee self-service, where they view their paychecks right now, and then the board will be able to sign them electronically as well. So this could be the very last time.
I just want to thank you too and your staff for getting well over 40 recalls on the agenda tonight. So
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
Very
because
good.
they're all signed before they get here, so that definitely takes a little bit of work.
very good.
Thank you.
Reduces some of that stress and
Yep.
worry and
Yeah,
morale issues.
exactly. Good deal, that's it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Dr. Kiergaard?
I don't normally bring up Cardinal clips, but there is one online and it talks about, it's an interview with students and staff about iPad. And I think it would be a really good one for you to look at because the students are really, they did a really nice job talking about iPads and how important they are to them. So it's on our website, all you have to do is click on it. So hopefully you will do that. We're also involved with a planning process called Vision 2040, and that's a combination city, county, and district process, and it's to implement a plan for the future of Willmar. And I'm glad that we're a part of that because I think that we need to participate in that. The school district is giving our support to that process. There is a financial obligation that we've become involved in. The district and the county and the city are investing $5,000 each in the Vision 2040 process, along with funds from other public and private entities. The total cost is going to be about $25,000. There were two proposals for facilitators, including a Colorado firm that led the Vision 2020 6, 8, 10 years ago. And then there was another company out of Wisconsin, and it's Rebecca Ryan, Next Generation Consulting of Madison, there was a steering committee of which I'm a part that made the decision to hire her. So we're hoping that that works out well and that it will engage the entire Willmar community in the Vision 2040 process. The biggest thing is that she is going to use the new technologies to try and involve a lot of different people in the community. So we're looking forward to that. And it does show that the different governmental bodies can work together if you try. So I'm really happy about that. I'd also like to thank Linda Mathiasen for attending 3 meetings in Marshall that were very, very long about teacher evaluation, principal evaluation. She was a board rep on that committee. And we're hoping that the end result is that we end up with a quality principal evaluation model. And the teacher evaluation model we have in place, I think we're okay on. I think that teachers will buy into the Marshall model, but we have, one thing you need to understand is that if we can't get agreement between the two groups, we will end up using the state model, which is not what we want to do. We are hoping that we can get agreement between the district and the association that we use the model that we've implemented this year. And I think we'll be able to. We may have to make a couple of modifications, but for the most part, I think people are satisfied with it. And we have done a survey of the evaluation process with staff so that we have some data to talk about with our teachers, our unit. So Otherwise, that's it.
Okay. It would be nice at some point just to give a little update on that evaluation survey, what you've heard or haven't,
Yeah.
We don't have
update
that firsthand, so it'd be nice to hear that at some point.
Right, at the next meeting, because the survey is basically, what we wrote was, we took it from a research firm, but essentially it's where are we at in accordance with the law and process, and so we kind of have a starting point to talk about that.
And we have a meeting next week, correct? 1 of 2?
We have 2 scheduled, right, 1 this week and 1 next week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One Wednesday of this week and one
Wednesday of next
Wednesday
week.
of next week.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay,
Very good.
that's it.
That's it? All right, thank you. Moving on to action items. Action item G1, approved district goals. Dr. Kiergaard.
There are 5 strategic planning priorities, and these came out of 2 or 3 meetings with the participation of over a couple hundred people. So the priority 1 is lifelong learning through high expectations and rigor, with evaluations, constant feedback, and recognition. Priority 2, facilities that meet instructional needs through technology and curriculum to support 21st century learners. Priority 3, align our curriculum vertically and horizontally to standards. Priority 4 is partnerships with families, our families and communities, especially at the elementary level, to ensure learning for all of our students. And then priority 5 is system-wide restructuring of ELL. Those are the 5 things that came out of the process that Bruce Miles worked through with administrators and board members, but it also was, they were the 5 highest ranked things. So those would become our district goals, and our strategic plans at the building levels would all tie back to these 5 district goals.
I saw in the agenda that if we had any concerns, we should bring them up now. So in regard to priority number 4, especially at the elementary level, I would like to recommend that that's stricken, especially as I reviewed the presentation that Paul Schmitz is going to be presenting. It talks about parent engagement in the 9th through 12th building. And so if that is something that they're looking in their CSIP, I think our strategic plan should have it be family engagement from early childhood through 12th grade, not just in elementary. And I know that's evolved, but I wanted to bring that forward.
Okay. So what do the rest of you think?
And I like the goals.
Go ahead. No, right.
Oh,
Pretty good.
no, I'm just wondering, as we write them into the plans at the building level, is that where we'll get the measurable part of it?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I and Cheryl have been working on some of the measurable things across the district. We're just not done with them yet, but I wanted to get these approved.
Yeah, and I say that's,
All of the planning at the building level will tie back to these, to one of the 5, or 3 of the 5. So the data will then come to you tied back to these 5 goals. Okay.
Like going back to Linda's suggestion with priority 4, are we looking to tweak that just a little bit so it is more encompassing?
I can make it pre-K through 12.
Yeah, to ensure that learning for all students, E through 12, or something like that.
Yep.
So I think it's important
We'll
also
make
to
an
include that
adjustment
early
to it,
childhood
so.
piece in there.
And I think we want pre-K through 12.
Absolutely.
I make a motion that we approve that action item with the deletion, especially at the elementary level. I think the rest of the terminology covers all of our students. All of our students are K through 12 is all of our students.
I'll second that.
Yep. Mr. Chairman goes back.
That's true, too.
The only thing I would, just as long as we make sure we have the E, because like you just mentioned, K, it's so easy for us to revert back to that K piece, and maybe it would be good this first time around to really keep that E, put the E in there. I mean, I agree with you, Nathan, it encompasses the whole thing, but maybe if it's always in front of us,
top of mind.
Yep.
just this time around to do it, but I agree, I mean, it completely encompasses what we want to do.
I'll revise it and send it to you, so you go ahead and vote.
We have to amend that motion.
Yeah, it was your motion.
I will amend my motion by stating E through 12. Is that fair? Partnerships with our families and communities, scratching especially at the elementary level to ensure learning for all of our students, comma, E through 12. Is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a motion, a second, to amend the action item. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That action item carries.